Mitrom and Bandhuvam, welcome to South Asia Maps. This is your presenter Dr. J. Reddy, South Asia Maps Education Channel. We are continuing our fascinating discussion on 10 political divisions of 48 districts of British India's UP, that is United Provinces. Yes, you heard it correct. UP is United Provinces. Later it is called Uttar Pradesh. Acronym remains the same. And here in this part 11 of the series, your presenter Dr. J. Reddy will be discussing about all the 10 political divisions and 48 districts for you, and how this fascinating British India's province was assembled is very briefly I have put it here. And there used to be a Maratha territory in this land before. These are called predecessors of United Provinces. The Marathas land, Rohila's land, Gurkha's land, Awadhi Nawab's land, Benaras Maharajas, Narayani dynasty's land, Hill Rajas of Garhwal and Kumaon. So this is Marathas area essentially. This is the Bareilly Moradabad region is Rohila's area. This is Hill Rajas, that is the Garhwal and Kumaon and Garhwal. Later Gurkhas occupied this land. This is the Nawabi territory. This is the Narayani dynasty ruled in the Purbiya land. This is the RohilKhand region, and so on. That's how the land was assembled. Today we will take the entire outlook. And Mitram and Bandhu, if you are new to our presentations, I have posted more than 360 or so meticulously made presentations on varied diverse topics of Indology, history, geography and current politics, the battles, treaties and human interactions called human ecology, and the many other interesting things. You can go and look at it. South Asia Maps J. Reddy, 361 videos as of 2023 April. Excuse me for my allergies. And this is our United Provinces series, and United Province here. These different colors show the different political divisions, 10 that we'll see the other map. And if you miss it here, this is South Asia Maps, our logo. And UP series, we have already completed 10 divisions. The part 11, that is the present discussion, is all 48 districts, 10 political divisions. This is the great land, the heartland, the ancient land, the Sanatana land. It is the Gangetic plains, the Ganga Maidan, the overall border, the Sindhu Ganga Maidan, that's Indo-Gangetic plains from Karachi to Chittagong. That is on the shores of Sindhu Sagar, that is Arabian Ocean, to Ganga Sagar, that is the Bay of Bengal, that is Chittagong. Currently, this is the land of the Nehru, the ruling families, and the Govind Vallabh Pant, Rajarsi Purushottam Das Tondon, the former Congress president and resident of the Prayag Tirtharaj, hails from the Allahabad districts. And we had a similar series, Mitram and Bandhuvam. You can look at Bengal presidency. I talked about extensively 11 political divisions, 61 districts. You can look in the appropriate playlist that should be in the districts and the Bengal presidency region. You can, and Himachal Pradesh also recently I completed round about initially 15 postings also Himachal Pradesh series, and you can look at it. Why this topic I made for my audience? Because the knowing of the places is very important for any socio-political development. Every time people mention about a place, a district, a town, or anything like that. So when the British left, there used to be around about 250 districts or so, around about 50 divisions. I made one presentation, you can look at it. Post-partition independence as that means there used to be 250 to 275 districts. How you count it? I didn't count like Rajputana and Central India, Madhya Bharat region and so on. 2022-23, there are around about 750 districts in India. You can see these 750 districts. And west of the Radcliffe line, that is the partition line, the Radcliffe line. This is the Darul Mumin, the believers' land. There are 170 districts. And east of Bhagirathi Hooghly River, that is again the Radcliffe line. There are 18 districts. If you combine them, there should be 1,000 districts. And maybe if you group 4 districts in each, there should be 250 divisions. So it will be overwhelming for the person who want to understand these things. So I made this purposefully. Instead of giving the modern districts, I have made the presentations at the time of the British deported Bharat after partition. So very easy for you. Remember, that forms the basis for the further interested audience to know more. This is a brief introduction. The Mughal, the Islamic conquistadors, then the Maratha expansion, Battle of Panipat, their resistance collapsed, and the British conquistadors from Bengal, and they annexed all these lands. Later they appointed, after Battle of Plassey, when they got hold of Bengal region, they appointed geographers. First father of Indian geography, James Runnell, start making the maps. At the time they divided the territory into districts and grouped into political divisions, and later when the Sipahi Mutiny, they consolidated around about 200 and or so, and almost it remained more or less the same at the time of 1947 partition independence. And that's the point of today's discussion, that is the fascinating united province of Bharat. And these 10 divisions are very easy to remember. And how you remember is, this is the Ganga river, and south of Ganga 5, that is the right bank of Ganga. You have to travel along Ganga here. This is the right bank, this is the left bank. Right bank 5 divisions, left bank 5 divisions, 10 divisions. If you are not domicile of United Provinces, the people who live there, they know most of these places. I am not a domicile, so this is to make the things easy. So if you say Haryana Delhi region, that is the essentially Purbi Punjab, East Punjab, you have Meerut division, you can see. Then you have Agra division, again easy. Then you have important Allahabad division. Then of course the Benaras division and Bundelkhand Jhansi division. We have 5 here. The north is 2. You remember Lucknow, and so east of it Ayodhya, that is Faizabad 2. Further east is GorakPur, adjoining the Tirhat region of Bihar. And we have Bareilly division, the Moradabad region, that's RohilKhand. Mountains is the Kumaon division, now in Uttarakhand. So all these 5 divisions are mentioned here, and and we saw how this the land was acquisitions from Marathas, Rohilas, Gurkhas, Oudh Nawabs, and Benaras rulers, and so on. And here I have mentioned all the let's say all the divisions, 10 divisions here, and all the districts. I will not burden going over. You can stop this if you want, and you can go over them. I will talk about the important points of this particular presentation. These are the divisions here. Let me put it here. And we will see the real map, and I will walk you over there. And other important things I would like to mention is United Provinces, the key of the Bharat, is the heartland. The entire concept of Pakistan movement came from here, and all the important leaders, that is the Urdu movement and Pakistan movement and Aligarh movement, all these movements emanated from here. Even if you look at it, Jinnah wanted the corridor from here, the UP and Bihar here, he wanted a corridor. This is the Purbi Bengal, the east of Radcliffe line. This is the Punjab, west of Radcliffe line, that the partition, they got it. and he wanted the corridor. That's why, because it is a substantial moving population. Still it has around about 23-24% of the population. That is enormous. At the time of partition, there was only 22% of Mohammedans lived India, and they violently agitated and fought for partition. The entire movement came from the United Provinces. The Pakistan idea didn't emanate from Sindh or Punjab or East Bengal. They catched it later when they sensed the leaders sensed the Congress leadership very weak. They don't want to lose their power, so they sided with Jinnah, the prominent local leaders. That is the different thing. And so this is the all the important leaders like Muhammad Aligarh University is the heartland of Pakistan movement. Sikandar Hayat Khan was the premier of Punjab for many years. Premier means at that time the chief minister is called premier. Then Liaquat Ali Khan, he was the prime minister of Pakistan itself. And Ayub Khan, who was the president for more than a decade, is also from Aligarh Muslim University. All these. Khwaja Nizamuddin, who was the prime minister of East Bengal, is also studied at Aligarh Muslim University. Then Sheikh Muhammad Abdullah, popular leader of separatist leader and Kashmiri origin, also from Aligarh Muslim University. Then Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, the prominent nationalist Mohammedan leader from the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province, is also studied at Aligarh Muslim University, which is an ideological center for this separatist movement. And how these United Provinces, the names metamorphosized, and I will make other presentations here. I will not talk about because it will take more time. Suffice to say, after these, the Rohillas, the Marathas, the Gurkhas, this land area is called conquered areas and ceded areas. Conquered by the East India Company Bahadur, ceded to the East India Company Bahadur. That is the predecessor of UP. Later it is called Northwest Province, not Northwest Frontier Province. That is the Peshawar and Kohat Banu region. That's different. And then it's called Northwest Province and Awadh. After Awadh was incorporated 1857 by Lord Dalhousie. Then it's called later the name, because there are two provinces, right? Important regions, Agra region and Awadh region. It's called United Provinces for Agra and Awadh. That survived for some time. Later the Agra and Awadh were dropped. It is called United Provinces. After partition independence, it is called United Provinces to Uttar Pradesh. After the bifurcation of the mountain territory, still it is called the Uttar Pradesh. So I sometimes use the names United Provinces, Uttar Pradesh, purposefully so my audience should be aware of these historical anecdotes. Again, the brief, the prominent important thing is the Panipat battle is, even though that occurred across the Bagpat. Bagpat is in the Meerut region, that means east of Yamuna river. Panipat is just few kilometers, but after Panipat, three Panipat battles, the important battles, the Battle of Agra, at Kanwa and Samuga, all occurred in UP. Then the Battle of Buxar is across the Ganga river, just a few kilometers away from, even across the Ghaziabad, the Ghazipur district, Jamani and Balia region, is related to this, just showing. Then the Islamic conquistadors from Central Asia, then the death of Mughal Badshah Ghazi Aurangzeb, then the Maratha resurgence, 1761 Battle of Panipat, and the vacuum, the British conquistadors from Palasi, 764 Battle of Buxar. The 761 Panipat created the vacuum and the Buxar filled it, and the result is the formation of the United Provinces eventually. That we look at these districts very easy, and I will go over the, you can stop here and look at the, I just expand it, and the districts and divisions if I want. We have already discussed in the previous series, and those who are interested, again, just I have put all this information here. You can stop at this position and you can correlate. We will go through the real map and you will see it in. So this is about the Scratchberg Atlas. This is the how the British started consolidating Bharat, and This is the James Runnel, the father of Indian geography. We are talking about the James Runnel. He passed away 1830 or so. That means 9 years before the death of Sher-e Punjab Maharaja Ranjit Singh. James Runnel, he was a contemporary of the East India Company Bahadur's first Governor General, Warren Hastings. And this is the maps, initially the British made, and later this the Bengal presidency. There's the Bengal, Assam and Orissa, Purbi Bengal, Paschim Bengal and so on. This is the United Provinces further, and this is the Awadh Principality we are talking about further. This is the Deccan here. This is the Carnatic region. This is the Baramahal Salem. This is the Dindigul region. This is the Kongu Nadu. This is the Coorg Principality. This is the princely state of Kochi, princely state of Travancore, that is Travancore, Tiruvithamakkur. This is the Changalpur district. That means essentially surrounding the urban district of Chennapatnam, Madras. So these are the further Vadayari territory and so on. So we can see the districts here. So that's very important. This is the key today we are talking about. This is the Delhi, your landmark, right? And remember, this is the Ganga river goes here. West of Ganga, 5 divisions. This is the Meerut division. You can see Shahar, Dehradun, Shahranpur, Muzaffarnagar, Meerut, Bulandshahr, Aligarh. These are the 6 districts we talked about. Next, Agra division. Madura, Agra, you can remember. Then, of course, Yita, Mainpur, Etawah. Etawah is the important district where the prominent ruling dynasty Mulayam Singh Yadavs they hail from. Then of course you have the very important division, Allahabad division, Prayag division, where the Nehru family and Purushottam Das Tandon comes. That is the Kanpur and Fatehpur and Allahabad. South you have the Bundelkhand region. Now Jhanshi, now south is Lalitpur, but Jhanshi and Jalan and Hamirpur and Banda. Those you finished 4 here, and Benaras, the Mirzapur and Benaras. We are not talking about the princely state of Benaras, district of Benaras are different. The Gazipur and Balia. Buxar is here, the Battle of Buxar fought here, Jaunpur. So that is the north of Ganga river. You can see the Lucknow division here. See, you can see Keri district, Sitapur, Hardoi, 3 districts, and Unova, Lucknow and Raebareli. That is also important districts where the Nehru dynasty is contested most of the time. Then we have across the Saryu river or Gagra river. That is Bahrech and Gonda and Barabanki and Ayodhya, that is the Faizabad, Sultanpur and Pratapgarh Bela. And of course east you have the Basti, Gorakpur and Ajamgarh, again the 3 districts. This is the Uttar Pradesh is a very important demographically because it has astonishing 240 million people live there. What is 240? Is not a small number, because if you look at the global population of 8,000 million, that is 8 billion, China has 1,500 and India has 1,400, United States 330, then Indonesia 275. If you take the national state, sub-national state, below the Indonesia you have to put the United Provinces, not counting Uttaranchal today. That means almost equal to Indonesia. That is the 4th or 5th in population on the planet itself. That means if the planet Earth has 8,000 units of rupees, UP people will have 250 or 240 rupees. That's a very big number. 5th in the rank in the global level itself. So how do you map this fascinating land? Finally, I will show you. This is the fascinating Indo-Gangetic plains. I will walk you through the district and I will show you and how to remember. So this is the Aravalis, this is the Delhi Ridge. So this is the Ganga river, right? This is the Yamuna river. They join the Allahabad, Prayag here. So 5 divisions we talked about, right? This is the Delhi Ridge, means Delhi. This is the Meerut. That is the Dehradun, Shahranpur and Meerut, Muzaffarnagar, Meerut, Bulandshahr and Aligarh, that is Koyal. So then here is Agra. This is Mathura is the left and Agra. And then we have the Etawah, Mainpur. You got the. Then you have the 3 districts in the lower Dub, Allahabad, Fatehpur, Kanpur. This is the Betwa river. That means the Betwa is Jhanshi districts in the Betwa river. So the Jhanshi, Lalitpur, Jhanshi and Jalan and Hamirpur and Banda. And you got 4 districts. Benaras, of course, you have the Mirzapur region, Benaras, and across the river Ganga, you have the Jaunpur, Gazipur district, and Balia, the way the former Prime Minister Chandrasekhar comes from. Then we have the Jaunpur district, the former Muslim princely kingdom used to be there. Then we have the Saryu River. See the north of Saryu River, you have the Bahraich here, and you have Gonda here, Bahraich and Gonda. Then you have the Barabanki, and you have here the Faizabad, Ayodhya, and Sultanpur, and you have Pratapgarh Bela here. So then the west further you have the Lakhimpur Keri, Sitapur, Hardoi here, and you have Lucknow, and across the river is then you have Lucknow. This is the RohilKhand, cuts through the Ram Ganga, so east of Ganga. So essentially you have Bijnor and Rampur Princely State, Moradabad here, Badon here, and you have the Philibit and Shahjahanpur districts. So we got it, and we got all the districts, and fascinating. This is the about our important topic today, that is overview of 10 divisions, 48 districts of the United Provinces. That is the modern Uttar Pradesh, the heartland of not only Bharat, South Asia, entire universe itself. That is, this entire universe has 8,000 million people, among which nearly 250 live in Uttar Pradesh itself. That is a very serious concern for anybody who look at the ecological load put in the earth. Hope this will give you the proper perspective, and Mitravan Bandhuvan. See you later in other presentations, and if you like the content, you can subscribe the channel and also bring it to the notice your friends. And if you can put that some comments and any suggestions, that will be greatly appreciated if you can take a few seconds and you enjoyed the listening this series. See you later in other presentations. Dr. J. Reddy, South Asia Maps.